What do you now call that edge that's between the mid-tone and the shadow? Fabulous. So you understand what I mean by edge now? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Beyond Photography Show. My name is Andrew Boey, and today's episode is amazing because I have with me an amazing friend, a lecturer from SEGi University, a good friend of mine, Steven Goh, fascinating lecturer. And what's even more amazing is that he brought along his good students from the visual communication students here with us today in the studio. We're going to be answering some questions today, and from those questions we're going to be making your YouTube tutorial. Everybody knows F2? Boom, boom, boom. Higher than F2 you get 2.8. Higher than 2.8 you go bum, 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 F4. Beautiful number. Bum, 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 5.6, bum, 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 F8, bum, 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 F11, bum, 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 F16, and these are our approved number. So if you think that I always have people coming to the showroom, Steven asked me, Andrew, I want to buy the world's best modifier. It's like going out and say, I want to buy the best car. Is Hummer better than Porsche? Depending. If you're a rapper, you take Hummer. Right? If you were me, you take both. So you see that there is no such thing as the best modifier. Let's go through this. So if I want more shadow, slightly more shadow than softbox, what do I use? Direct umbrella. Direct umbrella creates a little bit more shadow than softbox. You see, I'm talking only about shadow. I haven't talked about the edge yet, how fast they come, right? How fast this shadow appears. So what is slightly more shadow than a direct umbrella? Indirect umbrella. Reverse umbrella would create more shadow, almost double the shadow of direct umbrella. So always remember, do not publish customers' pictures on Facebook or YouTube because you can get scolded and you'll be sued. How do you show off your work now? If you want, there is a document called permission. I make a baju for you. You dah bayar saya dah. Sebelum saya paparkan baju ni, saya kena tanya siapa? You. Hello, Asrina. Nak tanya sikit boleh? Jawablah phone. Nak tanya, boleh saya ambil gambar Asrina tu letak dalam Facebook I kejap? Kenapa? Nak tayang. Sebab Asrina cantik kan? Asrina cakap boleh pun you jangan buat. You must send an email. Asrina, betul lah boleh ya. Sebab she will wake up tomorrow morning cakap saya tak cakap boleh. Sialah aku dengar you cakap boleh. Then she cakap tak ada. Maybe cut off the tak ada, you tak dengar, you cakap dengar ada. Betul? So we don't want to argue with customer. When you argue with customer, who is always right? Customer. So we will say, Asrina, betul boleh ya? Boleh lah. Tak apa, Asrina, saya hantar email. Asrina jawab boleh. Send back kepada saya boleh. Bila dia send back, kita boleh sekarang pergi mahkamah yang arif. Pada 29 hari bulan, so we now have three properties: highlight, mid-tone, and shadow. Now in between mid-tone and highlight, there's one more property. What do you call that just now? I call it edge. And then from mid-tone to shadow, we also have one property. What do you call that? Edge. Betul tak? Before I become highlight, I have to cross the edge. We call that the mid-tone highlight edge. And then before the mid-tone becomes shadow, we have one more edge. What do we call that? Mid-tone shadow edge. And then there's one more edge. shadow highlight edge. We have a question now from Faiz.
Hi, my name is Faiz. Question is, I always use a black paper as my background when I shoot. So whenever I use a soft box in front, there's always lights seen in the shoot. So how do you solve this problem?
Now, Faiz's question is an impressive question because one of the most interesting things that a lot of photographers do is that you own a softbox. So logically, you expect that the light to travel straight. So we have our amazing model here, Paulina. Thank you for being here. Give me 5. Paulina is our model for today. What she's going to do, we're going to do a beauty shot of her. Now, if you have your model there, traditionally, most photographers would take the softbox and then light her up directly. That will also make the light hit the background. Now you are there, you are the background. So the light will go straight to you, hit the background, and that's why you can see the paper background of the backdrop. But Mio, try this. In future, if you do not want your softbox to hit the background light, understand how the softbox works. The softbox is lined with all these silver reflective surfaces. Now understand this, the side panel here would light up Mio. Mio's panel would light up Huaishen. But that's one thing we all must remember. If you want to make sure that your background is completely black, despite just using black paper, one of the most important things you need to do is to shoot with a high F number, which is like F11 or F16. That will ensure that the background is completely black. Turn the softbox and the light stand as if you are pointing and facing me. There you go. Right. Boom.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I have a question. I'm using a Canon, okay, and then the question is, can I use the 250, 320, and 560 on the ISO for shooting outdoor?
Very good question there that Ryan asked just now. Should I be using your ISO? You have a host of different ISO. Now, traditionally, the right way to do when you're dealing with ISO is to make sure that you choose your ISO first. So you are mentioning that you are outdoor. There are two kinds of outdoor. Very bright outdoor and medium bright outdoor. Well, in fact, you have dark outdoor as well if you're shooting in the evening or at night time. So what I would like to advise you to do is to make sure that you use ISO, which are beautiful number. What I mean by that, 100 is a true ISO stop. Boom, boom, boom. You have 200. This is a usable number because you're supposed to be choosing your ISO first and then followed by your aperture and then balance the lighting with your shutter speed most of the time. So in other words, this is what I would advise you to do. Instead of using 250, why start off with 250? That will throw your calculation off when you're trying to times 2 or times 4. Why do we like the times 2 is because we always deal with one stop equals 2 times of brightness. So let's go back to this. So I would strongly encourage you, Ryan, to use ISO 100, 200. I would start with 200 most of the time. I wouldn't be even bothered with 100. So here we go, 200, skip these numbers. Don't use this, don't use this. Then use this number. Then don't use this number. Don't use 640, use 800. Don't use 1000. Don't use 1250. That is a crappy number. Times with 4. That would take you forever to calculate those values. So, approved numbers. 200, 400, 800, 1600, and then finally 3200. If you're reaching 3200, my advice is that start turning on your flash. Now Canon, if you're watching this episode, we seriously need your help. I've been a long time user of Canon. Of course, I use Sony and Nikon as well. I don't understand. The good guys at Canon, look at this. If I want to change my ISO now to an ISO of 200, I cannot go up on my scroll wheel. I have to scroll left, 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 left. It takes forever. And then now if I want to go down to 3200, I cannot. I was always thinking that I can go backward, and it's stuck there. Loop me one round, so I have to go all the way. The good guys at Canon, help us. What is this? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Steven Goh, for bringing your good students here. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned and we'll see you again. Bye!